Hello, with AndroidPIT, I'm sitting here at the Nokia booth at MWC 2017, and next to me is Cedric Hutchings. You are Vice President of Digital Health at Nokia and CEO of Withings. And yeah, thank you very much, first of all, for the opportunity for the interview. And I would like to ask you, there was a big change for the brand Withings at this MWC. Can you tell us something about that?
Yes, yesterday we announced that all Withings branded products, all our portfolio, will transition to the Nokia brand. So they will all carry the Nokia brand starting this summer.
Okay, so what is the vision that Nokia has for digital health regarding the data that I can collect and learn about myself?
So the vision was very much shared between Nokia and Withings. It is that the transformation of healthcare starts at the individual level. So we believe in the possibility of inspiring people to have healthier life, provided that we can generate this insight. Thanks to connected health device, the right application, we can transform the way we behave and we learn about our health, and then transform healthcare and the well-being of society as a whole.
So how could that look like for a society? For example, the spread of diseases and possibility to, for example, a flu epidemic or something like this, for an early detection or for also countermeasurements?
Mm-hmm. Yes, so it's we believe that first it starts at the individual, but the insight that we create that do not have to be nominative insight, but just having the awareness of an outbreak of fever in certain condition, or checking and just having weak signals on change of pattern on the way people move and are active is actually, I think, of a very big potential to take a much greater look and to be able to much better predict and assess the risk then back to individuals of being exposed to this or that condition. That can be very well taken care of using anonymous data, but that will benefit back to individuals.
Okay, so what data can we measure from people? You said about movement patterns, when we're sick that we're not leaving the house anymore, or obviously we're counting steps, heart rate, and what else is there to be seen in the future?
Yeah, so we are very active also on the sleep monitoring. As you know, we have in our portfolio thermometers. So very basically, we used and we can aggregate anonymous information about fever outbreak. So many physiological measurement, environmental measurement, and what I call behavioral measurement is how you behave, how active you are.
And regarding outbreaks in an entire population, how could such a scenario look like? I mean, the data of the people is obviously very private, but also it needs to be spread in some way to, for example, governmental organizations, healthcare organizations that will then introduce countermeasures. And yeah, how could such a scenario look like?
I think it's not that simple. It does not exist today, but it requires that there are third parties that can aggregate anonymous information. For the use case we described here, we do not need to know that this or that specific individual has this condition. We need to be able to aggregate information and, as you say, to convey it to different agencies, different institutions. So I do think that it's not a very big challenge. It's not a technical challenge, it's more of an organizational challenge.
Yeah. How does that, or what is the impact that this has on our lives? If we, for example, through social network connections, we know which people we get in contact with, and we could theoretically get an information of how much of a risk it is for us with our health conditions to meet them with potential health conditions or flus or something that they might contain. So the impact that this has on our lives is we know much more about our health. But is that also taking away freedom that we have if we know too much?
I don't think so at all. I mean, I don't think that knowledge and awareness limit freedom. It's quite the opposite. I think that if you do things with more awareness, with more knowledge, you are more free. So I think it's really the opposite.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for the interview and have a great trade show.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.